there's no cure. That being said, how we live with retinitis pigmentosa is so different for everybody. I have seen people totally eradicate their blind spots. So they come with blind spots and they leave with 0 blind spots. Will that stay like that forever? No. RP is going to continue to try to advance and the retina is going to continue to be impacted. But effectively in their life for that period of time, once they leave Dr. Yu, there's no blind spots. So although there's no cure, the treatment that is offered here, it helps a ton. You gain vision back, you stabilize your vision. That being said, it is a journey, and some people come here and expect to have results at the very beginning. And I kind of think it's like trying to learn a second language, and you go to the first class, and after the first class you expect to be fluent in that language, which makes no sense whatsoever. The treatments here are like that as well. It's a journey, it's a process. There's highs, there's lows. Some days you make big gains, some days you make no gains, some days even it gets worse and then the next day is better again. So I think it's important to understand that it is a journey, and everybody is so different. When we do the testing in the main room, you can see everybody testing, which I think is part of the healing process for everybody. That we're a really close-knit community of people that share the same experience. That being said, we don't all see the world exactly the same. So where Dr. Yu puts my needles is different than where he would put your needles, is different than where he would put someone else's needles. And because our bodies are all different and what we see is all different, and the way RP affects our vision is also very different. And there's all kinds of ages that come here from all over the world. So it's not a one-size-fits-all process. And Dr. Yu works really hard at fine-tuning the treatments for each individual patient. And that's the importance of continuing to test all throughout the day, all throughout your week here. And because they have measurements everywhere and they write everything down, everything's dated and timed, you can start to track that progress over time. And then he actually looks at the results and then adjusts his needle positions based on those results and other things that he's thinking about. So yeah, it's an organic process. It's a journey. It's not a one-size-fits-all, come and get cured after one treatment. That's not what's being offered here. It's a degenerative disease that we're trying to fight, and so it has to be unique to each person, and he does a really fantastic job of making that unique for each person. Coming here to see Dr. Yu is not a cure for RP, but the TCM treatment and acupuncture and the herbs that he gives you is a huge form of treatment and hope in our lives. And so coming here has a huge effect on your life, not just from what you see, but your spiritual health and your mental health and your physical health. It affects that in a really positive way. But yeah, it's not a cure.